Good morning and welcome back. Right now we are here with Mike Kuna of Kuna Law Firm, PLLC. Good morning.
Good morning, Ashlyn.
Hi, so let's go ahead and take a look at this week's question. It is, I was drinking in the bar with my friends and some people started throwing popcorn at us and I told them to stop. One of them came at me and started fighting me, so I fought him back and ended up breaking his nose, I think. He passed out, and when the cops came, they didn't even talk to me. They just charged me with assault. But I'm the victim. Please help me. I have no criminal record except for a bunch of speeding tickets. And now you have experience as a prosecutor and a detective, right?
Yes,
So
I actually do, ironically, before I became a defense attorney. So these cases are very fact-based and very specific. We have to consider the following things. First, we have two types of assault that are relevant to this issue. The first type is a misdemeanor A, punishable by up to 360 days in jail and a fine of $3,000, and that's if somebody willfully causes substantial bodily harm to another. And the second type of assault relevant to this case is if somebody willfully causes serious bodily injury to another. That is a felony C, punishable by up to 5 years in prison and $10,000 in fines, or both. Now, when we go to self-defense, it is clear by the law that a person is allowed to defend themselves by force if necessary. However, when we judge whether it was necessary or not, we need to treat the mental aspect of the person at the time. What does that mean? The mens rea. What was the thought behind the act? Also, there are three exceptions to self-defense. We cannot use self-defense in order to resist a law enforcement agent while the law enforcement agent engages in his own public duties, clearly. We cannot use self-defense if we provoke a fight. Meaning we can't claim after we provoked a fight and we were the initial aggressors that we use self-defense in the fight itself. Also, we cannot claim self-defense if it's a mutual fight. And the best way to explain a mutual fight is two people telling each other, let's go outside the bar and begin a fight. You can't clearly claim self-defense if you have done that. Now, with self-defense itself, the force used during the self-defense is also under scrutiny. The force has to be necessary to stop the attack, and the force has to be also proportional. Meaning, the best example here would be if somebody simply slaps me, I cannot stab them with a knife. That is not self-defense. Now, properly used, self-defense is a great tool within the world of litigation. One would ask themselves why. The answer to that is very simple. The defense of self-defense, what it does is basically shift the burden of proof from you to the prosecutor by adding another element to the criminal case and, for that matter, for the jury instructions within the trial. And now the state will have to disprove that extra element during their case. This gives us three advantages. The first advantage is before the trial. When we negotiate with the prosecutor, we can negotiate very firmly. There are a couple of reasons for that. First, prosecutors do not like risky litigation because prosecutors do not like to lose. Second, the prosecutors themselves do not like to get easy sentences even if they win. Then, within the trial limits itself, we have to understand that while we're conducting the trial, these trials are mostly based on facts and witnesses. So it's going to be very easy to cross-examine witnesses and completely destroy them on the stand, specifically because people do not like such acts of violence and their memory tends to be very finicky when they see such extreme things. Also, even if we have been convicted for assault and the self-defense did not work, judges themselves have to consider the circumstances which justify the self-defense. Therefore, the defense itself properly used is amazing within the entire case. However, I highly recommend people to hire an attorney and speak to their attorney and let that attorney guide them throughout the entire process due to its complexity.
Yeah, we can tell even just from that response. Very complex. Thank you for that information right there. Now, if you at home want to submit a question, you can go to the Valley News Live website and simply click on the Ask an Attorney tab and fill out that form. Thank you this morning, Mike.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody, with our daily dose of motivation.